Leviticus chapter 20. The Lord spoke to Moses and said, To the people of Israel you shall say this: Anyone from the people of Israel, or from among the aliens living in Israel, who sacrifices any of his children for the Molech, shall be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him. I shall set my face against that person, and cut him off from among his people, for by sacrificing his children to Molech, he has defiled my sanctuary and profaned my holy name. And if the people of the land turn a blind eye to what that person does, and do not put him to death, then I will set my face against them and against their family, and cut them off from their people. I will do the same to all who follow him in prostituting themselves to Molech. I will set my face against the person who turns to mediums and spiritists and prostitutes himself by following them, and I will cut him off from his people. Consecrate yourselves and be holy, for I am the Lord your God. You shall keep my statutes and follow them. I, the Lord your God, am the one who makes you holy. The man who curses his father or mother shall be put to death. Since he has cursed his father or mother, let his blood be upon his own head. If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, the wife of his neighbor, both the adulterer and the adulteress shall be put to death. If a man has intercourse with his father's wife, he has disgraced his father. Both of them shall be put to death. They themselves shall account for their blood. If a man sleeps with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall be put to death, for they have violated nature, and they themselves shall account for their blood. When a man lies with a man, as one lies with a woman, both have committed an abomination, and they shall be put to death. They themselves shall account for their blood. If a man marries both a woman and her mother, that is incest. He and they must be burned in the fire, so that there may be no incest among you. If a man has sexual relations with an animal, he must be put to death, and the animal must be killed. If a woman approaches an animal to mate with it, kill both the woman and the animal. They must be put to death. They themselves shall account for their blood. If a man marries his sister, the daughter of his father or his mother, and they have sexual relations, it is a disgrace, and they shall be ostracized before the eyes of their people. He has disgraced his sister and must bear his guilt. A man who lies with a woman during her monthly period and has intercourse with her has exposed the source of her flow, and she has also uncovered it. Both of them shall be ostracized from among their people. You shall not have intercourse with the sister of your father or mother, for that would disgrace a close relative. Both would bear the guilt. The man who lies with his aunt disgraces his uncle. They bear their sin and die childless. The man who marries his brother's wife indulges in impurity. He has disgraced his brother, and they will be childless. You shall, therefore, keep all my statutes and customs and follow them, so that the land where I am bringing you to live in may not vomit you out of it. You shall not follow the statutes of the nations I shall drive out before you. I detested them for doing all these things. Because of this, I said to you, You will inherit their land, and it is I who will give it to you as your inheritance, a land flowing with milk and honey. I, the Lord your God, have set you apart from other peoples. You must therefore set the clean beast apart from the unclean, and the clean bird apart from the unclean. And you shall not make yourselves detestable by animal or by bird or by anything that creeps along the ground, since I have set these apart from you as unclean. You are to be holy for me, as I, the Lord, am holy, and I have set you apart from other peoples to be mine. Now, a man or a woman who is a medium or a spiritist shall be put to death. He or she shall be stoned, and they shall account for their own blood.